joining me again for another Pixie Talks review vlog.
Pixie Talks, reviews and vlogs at Pixie Talks. Pixie Talks, reviews and vlogs at Pixie Talks. Woo!
It's finally here! But before I fangirl all over you, here is an obligatory plug for my new Halloween t-shirt design on Redbubble. The movie that I've been waiting for all year long has finally hit theaters, and it does not disappoint. The fangirl in me has been absolutely swooning over this film since it came out. The beautifully chilling gothic romance by brilliant film director Guillermo del Toro. This is Crimson Peak. First thing, let's talk a bit about Guillermo del Toro, because he is hands down one of my absolute favorite film directors in Hollywood today. His movies are always imbued with a surreal kind of ambiance and an absolutely beautiful attention to detail. Whether he's telling the story of a strange faun in a mythical labyrinth, or writing a love letter to the kaiju genre. So when this film was announced, I immediately got hyped, because not only is it Guillermo del Toro, it is a gothic romance period piece, definitely one of my favorite genres, a haunted house story with lots of inspiration taken from Lovecraft, and it features my favorite actor, Tom Hiddleston. The story concerns a young girl named Edith who meets her tall, dark, and handsome in the form of Thomas Sharp, a rather eccentric but passionate engineer from England. She becomes smitten with him, and soon he takes his new bride home to his family's mansion, where she discovers that not all is as it seems with her new family, and the house holds more than a few gruesome secrets. Now, if I seem a bit hard on the movie here, please remember that I have been waiting for it for around a year now. I have tried very hard not to overhype it in my mind, but some amount of expectations were bound to be built up. So let me start by saying what I absolutely loved about it. I thoroughly loved the atmosphere and the stylistic leanings of the film. The way that the mystery is introduced and then drawn out is breathtakingly beautiful. It pulls you through its gothic fairy tale with Edith as your eyes and ears. Edith's experiences become the audience's, and her terror easily translates to the audience in the face of the strange and the supernatural that she will encounter. Tom Hiddleston absolutely shone in his performance here, and I could gush about it forever. He was handsome, charming, debonair, and romantic. The second he walked on the screen for the first time, I absolutely melted. Maybe it's partially my thing for top hats. But honestly, the one who really stole the show here was Jessica. She was the real star of this movie, dark and brooding from the start. She draws you in and piques your interest, and by the end leaves you utterly enchanted with her sorrows and her heartache. In general, I thought the performance was brilliant. All of the actors did a great job here, from the main cast to the side characters. Now, that said, I do feel that the movie was lacking in a few areas of character development. Don't get me wrong, Thomas and his sister Lucille are beautifully woven, their mystery and their secrets revealed little by little. Development for them was incredible, and I ate up every moment of it. And the heroine Edith was not without her own story as well, right from the get-go. It was more in the developing relationship between Edith and Thomas in the beginning, leading up to their marriage, that I felt a bit bereft. I honestly don't think that Edith falling so much for Thomas was as well developed as it could have been. Story-wise, I think it's supposed to be understood that he's been around for a while and has been courting her for some time. But the limited interactions that we actually see between them make it seem as though he has successfully wooed her in a mere few days. I didn't feel it particularly believable that she fell so in love with him or became so trusting of him so quickly. And I think that a bit more care could have been taken with their budding relationship. Charlie Hunnam's character has also been pointed to as being a little bit lackluster, although that is probably for some more specific reasons. All of the supernatural occurrences at Crimson Peak and the secrets kept by the Sharps need to be offset by someone with a bit more normalcy. It's just unfortunate that in comparison, he can come off as underdeveloped and a little boring. Now, the overall story takes a few very beautiful turns that you will either see coming or not, depending on how familiar you are with these kinds of mystery dramas. It is very much more of a dark romance story than it is a horror story. Edith herself foreshadows this tone by describing it as not a ghost story, but a story with a ghost in it. As such, it ends up being a stunningly beautiful narrative filled with hurt, sorrow, and twisted desires. The visuals are also absolutely gorgeous. The ghosts are stunningly chilling, as scary as you could want, with a very stylistic visual that are more going for gothic artistry than strict realism. There is, however, some pretty gory violence in the film, so if you're squeamish like I am, you may have to close your eyes for some scenes. I know I did. There was also some incredible costuming in this film. I could gush about that aspect for hours. The period clothing were heavily stylized to fit its eerie atmosphere, the perfect look for a dark fantasy. Not to mention the sets! God, the beautiful sets! It's currently flopping at the box office, which is a real shame because it is an absolutely beautiful film. Haunting and mesmerizing, it wasn't quite what I expected, but it is unquestionably lovely. Consider it a macabre fairy tale. Go and enmesh yourself in its dark fantasy world filled with ghosts and unspeakable secrets. It will pull you in, and you'll be glued to the screen for the entire ride. Now I just don't know what I'm going to anticipate. I've been looking forward to this for so long. Oh yeah, High Rise. And that's it for my review of Crimson Peak. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do be sure to subscribe for more. Next week, we'll wrap up October Horror Month with my Halloween extravaganza video, wherein I will discuss my top 5 favorite vampire movies. Until then, bye!